The season of giving is upon us, and this year we started a couple of new traditions.
I go back to maybe when I was a position coach, and we used to always pair up with a family that maybe was in need for the holidays. And when I became a head coach a couple of years ago, my wife and I, we talked and still talk a lot about how can we help others. The last couple of years, we always did around Thanksgiving. There's school is out, and so you have a little bit more time outside of practice, and we like to try to connect with the local community, engage with the local community, and provide for others that maybe have a need.
Actually, it was kind of fun. Right after practice, we ditched everything, no class, no lift. We went directly to the store as a position group, and we all just spent time together, getting a list together, and immediately after, we brought it back to the stadium and gathered it together. And then the following day, we took it to the home.
Being able to deliver it to them and seeing the effect that we have on the community and on those people when we deliver it to them was very special. And just seeing their faces light up whenever a group of Tulane football players came to their house, brought groceries, hung out with them, talked to them for a little bit, and took a couple of pictures was really special.
It was awesome to see the family face when we brought it to them. They were just filled with joy. I mean, they looked like they were shocked that we brought the food. So just seeing the smile on their face was awesome.
The holidays are all about spending time with family. And this year, we got to celebrate Thanksgiving with our family and our football family.
Thanksgiving's a really special time, just giving thanks to everybody that had an effect in your life or in your life, and being able to see everybody kind of in the same area and seeing all the players' families and seeing all the coaches' families and seeing how they interact with each other is really special. And just being able to meet the other coaches' families, because usually I'm only around Coach Rochar's family and Coach McKissick's family, but being able to go and talk to Coach Gass's wife, Coach D'Angelo's wife, is just really special, and it's really cool to interact with people that you get to see one side of the coach and they get to see another side of the coach, and hanging out with their family is special.
We talk about family a lot in our program. We break on family every day. For us, the coaches' families is one thing. The players' families, is another entity, if you will. But it's about all of us coming together and being family, doing life together. I tell everybody that is on our staff all the time, we are here to do life with each other and with our players and with their families. And the biggest interactions that we have daily are with our players. I see our players, our staff sees our players more than we see our own kids. And so for our families to interact and engage with our players' families, I really enjoy getting to see a mom or a dad or somebody come around and be around their son who's on our team. And I have a blast maybe just getting to know where our guys are from or what their background is or who's helped them get to this point. Nobody's gotten where they are on their own. We've all gotten here because of people helping us, and usually that is family.
This family-oriented culture is one of the big parts of the reason I came here. So just being able to experience that setting was it was awesome, man. I mean, I just seeing everybody, fellowship together. It was awesome. I feel like those moments are more personable than, going to Fulton Alley and bowling. You got some guys bowling, some guys are not. But everybody's eating, everybody's talking, everybody sharing laughs. Meeting, it was some people like myself, I haven't met everyone's family, and a lot of guys brought their family, so it was great to meet them. And like I said, it made it more personable for all of us, because now it's not just the players are feeling that family-oriented culture, but all our families are as well. So that made them feel a part as well. So that definitely helped us as a program too, because that just expands our family culture.
This week's pregame message came at the perfect time. Coach Gass spoke about living life with urgency and gratitude.
Two things that I want to talk to you guys about tonight that are really, really important to me, man, and just something I've learned through my years. First one that I want to talk to you about is the word urgency, all right? Urgency. And we say it all the time, but it means something a little bit different to me. So when I say that word, what's it mean to you? Urgent. If you need to be urgent doing something, what's that mean? Fast, right? Okay, quick. And that's exactly what I thought when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. Okay, but my perception of that word has changed from when I was that age to now that I'm 38. All right, and I'll tell you why here in a second. Urgency.
His speech to our team, I think, put everything in perspective, right? Games come, games go, seasons come, seasons go. But what really matters are the things that are important. I thought he put everything in perspective. Tremendous. And so he definitely impacted me without a doubt.
So for me, the only constants in my life growing up was my faith that my parents raised me with, my family, and football. I didn't have the same friends every year. I had to go make new friends in new schools. I had to learn different way of life, different cultures. Okay, so for me, the game has always been a huge part of my life. Okay, so fast forward, he goes to Penn State, we live there. I went down and played at Wofford College. Anybody outside of Micah know where Wofford College is? A couple people, yep. So Spartanburg, South Carolina, 1,100 students. How many students were at Wofford College? 1,100, okay, it's tiny as hell. All right, played there. The spring semester of my sophomore year, I got a call to change my life. All right, and this is kind of where that urgency started to kick in. So March 14, 2007, I got a call at 6 a.m. from my mother. All right, called me on the phone, I didn't answer, left a message, picked it up. She's hysterical. My dad just passed away, out of nowhere. Heart attack, she ripped him off the couch, tried to do CPR on him, and that was it, he was gone. So that was something for me going back to my home. Every day for a week of my life, I woke up to the sound of my mother crying in the living room. That was my alarm clock.
And he talked about loss of family. During his talk, I was sitting there and I'm sitting next to Pat Jenkins, who just lost his mom several weeks ago. And so I think, a lot of times when you walk through maybe those adversities, you get closer to other people that are around during that time. And you also learn to be grateful for the moments you have with the people around you.
Having to go through that loss was hard. But that's also when I was blessed with people coming into my life that made me want to become a coach. Because the people that helped me were people that my dad had coached with, former players, secretaries, student assistants reached out to me and said how much they changed his life. It's like, man, I want to do that. I didn't know he was that guy. He was dad to me, but man, he was a mentor to so many people. So many people. So got in the coaching profession. Loved it. Started in high school, Division III, Division II, FCS, had to paint fields, build scaffolding, everything you can imagine, man. But really enjoyed doing it. Finally got a break at Appalachian State. So I was a safeties coach there, 2018. Man, I was feeling good. Got married, had a kid, and got a call in August, a preseason camp my first year there, from my brother. He said, "You got a minute?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Got something to tell you. I've been having some pain in my rib. Went to the hospital, check on it. I got cancer, and it's pretty bad. All in my lungs, all through my liver. It's bad. So I said, I love you, and I'll see you soon." So I went back to South Carolina, and we went to the hospital. And it's me, my mother, and my brother sitting there. And the doctor comes to the room. He said, "All right, Doc, give it to me straight. How bad is it? How long I got? What's the deal?" He said, "It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. If you go untreated, probably about 6 weeks. 6 weeks. You talk about a bad day. 6 weeks." What I saw him do at that point in his life, man, changed my life forever. I sat with him that night in the hospital. My mom had stepped out, And I said, Mike, how you doing, man? And he looked me dead in the eye and he said this. He said, Greg, I'm not afraid to die. Not afraid to die. Everybody has to die. But there's some things I want to do before I die. He was married and divorced, wanted to have kids, wanted to find a wife. He wanted to do so much with his life, man. And I watched him live like that for 11 months. And the hardest day of my life to this point, okay, was sitting with him June 28th, 2019 in the hospital, holding my mom. Happened to also be my 5-year wedding anniversary. So the best day of my life and the worst day of my life were on that same date. It just reminds me, man, what we have is so special and how fast it can be taken away from you if you don't truly appreciate it.
Hearing that from him, knowing that Coach is not a very sentimental person on a day-to-day basis, and just seeing him vulnerable, like in front of us, like that, that hit deep.
That was it. And I walked in that room and I sat down by him. And this was, again, I had 3 constants in my life: my faith, my family, and my football. And that was a hard one. I lost my dad. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. And I held his hand for about 10 minutes. Because my whole life, when I held his hand, he squeezed it back. And I just stared at him and prayed, man, that I would just feel something. I never did. And as my life has gone, I've realized again how unbelievably blessed I was to have these people in my life, but also at the same time how I had zero urgency at that point in my life to take advantage of the time that I had with them. And so every day when I wake up, when I talk to you guys about being urgent, urgency is not doing something fast, man. It's being intentional. Urgency is about being intentional with your time, okay? With your everything in your life, your thoughts, your actions, your words. Be intentional, take advantage of it, because it will not be here forever. The last thing my brother wanted was to be a dad. Guess what? I get to wake up every freaking morning to 3 unbelievably beautiful kids that I would do anything in this world for. He wanted to be a husband. I get to wake up every day to a wife that loves me unconditionally and that takes care of my family, because she is a single mother. I don't see my kids hardly awake at all. When I leave in the morning, they're sleeping. When I come home at night, they're sleeping. She does damn everything for them. And so when they come here, man, to see them around you guys, I just remember me as a kid. That was me. You guys are superheroes. And one thing I've asked of every group I've ever been a part of, I'll do the same. So if you do one thing for me, guys, anytime you see my family, please take 15 seconds of your life just to go give them a high five and to give my wife a hug, because that is their life, man. They're going through this journey with me and they're giving me everything they got. And that's what it's about, okay? That's what it's about. So what I've learned in this life, man, is you don't get opportunities back. You don't. You get one chance to do it right. One chance to do it right.
The gratitude, when he said gratitude, man, because think about all the guys that's had injuries and that's came back. Everyone talks about gratitude, 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 because they understand now, like, that it can be taken away just like that. One play, one moment, it can be taken away like that. So I just hope him saying that will help the guys that's not injured, the guys that's fully healthy, understand that as soon as you take one play for granted, take a moment for granted, that it can be taken away from you. So you don't have to experience that and then understand what he's saying. So just hearing him say that, talk about that was huge, especially for the holiday of Thanksgiving. I mean, gratitude, you know, so.
Urgency is gratitude. Gratitude. With Thanksgiving being tomorrow, I thought it'd be fitting. I am so unbelievably thankful to be a part of this place. To be at a place with a leader like Coach, someone that I look up to. He treats his family right. He gives us time with our kids. You see our kids around, that means the world to me, man. The coaching staff, the support staff, the players, you guys have no idea how special this is. And until you lose something, sometimes you don't realize how important it is to you. And so what I'll tell you guys is this, man. We got a chance to do something this year that you may never get a chance to do again. You hear what I'm saying? You get 4 years to play college football. That is it. That is it. You get 4 years to play. You'll never get it back. Ever get it back. You will remember this for the rest of your life, man. For the rest of your life. And you get to choose how the story's gonna end for us. We got an opportunity tomorrow to make a damn statement. And I'll tell you this, with everything that I've had to go through in my life, and I know everybody out here has got a story like that, when I step on that field, you're gonna have to kill me to take what I got. And take what I want, take what I've worked for. That name on the back of my shirt, that ain't my name, man. That's Nick Gasparotto, born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His dad worked in a glass factory. He didn't come from. That's Mike Gasparotto, who died when he was 37 years old. Didn't have a chance to make a name for himself like I do. Man, everything, my whole life has led up to this moment. And I'm so appreciative of the opportunity to be here. But I will tell you this, man, the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized within the lifetime of the opportunity. You will never get this moment again. You better be ready for it, because when it shows up, if you ain't ready, you're going to get either promoted or exposed. And this team's about to get promoted. You guys have done a phenomenal job, phenomenal job. I am so thankful to be here with you guys, man. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'm excited to see you guys go to work tomorrow. That's it.
And you also learn to be grateful for the moments you have with the people around you. And Gas talked about gratitude, and he also talked about urgency, like living urgently, which really he described to our guys. It's not necessarily being fast, it's more about being intentional and being where your feet are and being in the moment and being dialed into everything you're doing. And so I thought, man, it was a beautiful talk, and I was so impressed with how he delivered that message to our team, and I thought it resonated with so many guys in that room.
If you're sensing a theme this week, you're right. This week was all about celebrating those who helped us get here. And what better way to do that than senior night?
Senior night was, to me, a microcosm of what our whole team is. You have some guys like Josh Rimitich, who have been here through the good, the bad, the ugly, right? 2-10 to 12-2, to getting ready to play in their third straight conference championship game. And then you add in guys like Amario Williams, who just got here in January this past year. And really, they all come from different walks. They're all going through the same, ending of maybe their career, but how they've all come together to be a team. And each senior has a different story.
Surreal moment. I mean, I only have 2 more guaranteed opportunities to put on a helmet with the Tulane logo on it. So these 2 next opportunities are gonna be really special to me. And kind of the senior night, I knew it was gonna be the last time that I get the opportunity to play in Yulman. And obviously it didn't turn out the way we wanted, but it kind of brought some tears to my eyes, just having that moment coming out of the tunnel for the last time. Coach Summerall giving me the great opportunity to be a captain this past week, and it's really just been a blessing being able to come to Tulane and having the opportunity to do what I've done. I've been 2-10 and I've been 12-2, so just really special having success, and it means a lot to me winning.
Senior night looked a little different for Brandon Kim. It was a testament to the impact that a coach can have on a player and a player can have on a coach.
I started playing football my freshman year of high school in Canada. Before that, I grew up in South Korea most of my life. So when I lived in Korea, my main sport was playing ice hockey. So I played ice hockey all my life, and that's a part of the reason why we moved to Canada, to pursue that. But when I went to my school in Canada, I just found football, playing with the guys in recess in 8th grade, and the guys above me, the older guys also played football, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So that's where my passion for football came about.
And BK works hard. I mean, I can't say enough about his work ethics. BK wants to be a trainer or a coach, a future coach, and So he's really good with the techniques. He's really good with the schematics. I mean, he just does a great job for us. I mean, he shows up every week. He gives us all. He's great on scout team. And again, I have a motto I say all the time: you can't hide hard work, and BK can't hide hard work.
You know, my parents all live in South Korea, so it was hard for them to make it for the trip here, you know, with all the logistics. So, you know, I was thinking about the coaches, and it was just no-brainer that I wanted Coach JJ and Coach Mack to be, you know, standing with me for senior night, because JJ I've worked with my whole career. You know, he was here since my freshman year, and, you know, we just built this relationship where I knew that he was one of the coaches that I wanted to be with me. And Coach Mack, you know, I haven't had, you know, as much time with him as Coach JJ, but, you know, he's had, you know, a profound impact on me. You know, the way he carries himself, the way he, you know, he talks to the other players, other coaches. You know, he's just somebody that I could look up to. He's a great leader, and I've just learned a lot from him, you know, as a player, but also as a person as well.
I mean, for him to feel that way in that kind of a relationship, and he's what this program's all about. He's a wonderful young man. He's a great student. He's a great teammate. He's done everything we've asked for him. I mean, he plays on our show teams, and he's just a really special guy. So it was very humbling, and it was a great honor for him to ask me to stand up with Coach JJ.
I just think that BK is a guy that whatever he does, he's going to be very successful, because he'll dot the I's, he'll cross the T's, he does the little things. And just seeing his growth over the years has just been just a pleasure. And again, you have different kind of guys that play on this team. And our culture here at Tulane is so good that BK helped build that culture.
Yeah, I mean, JJ, you know, he's what they call, you know, player's coach. You know, he's done it all. You know, he walked on at Tennessee, became a captain. You know, he played 8 years in the NFL, you know. That's, you know, every kid's dream, you know, going into college football. So, you know, outside of football, you know, he's just, you know, a great guy. He's you know, somebody you could just talk to and relate to. You know, he's a man of faith, and, you know, that's something that I share with him as well. So just, you know, going through those type of things, just talking about life in general, he's just a great person to talk to.
Give him the flowers, I want the ball.
Tulane, bringing the pain. Tulane, bringing the pain. Tulane, running the game, running the game, running the game.
We run the game by all means possible. 2010, this our year, we don't stop. I go by the name of Mr. Big Chris. I'm the main reason why your head coach pissed. Scratching teams off the list each and every week. Green Wave front page, just watch and see. Saturday, Superdome, where you wanna be. All expense paid trip, Tennessee. Holiday season, we're going bowling, baby. TU, just believe we achieve, baby. I know the fans wondering where we been lately, but we